Hello, North Country, and welcome to Our Lady of Victory Academy Gymnasium in Plattsburgh for the 2001 Flynn Gallagher Memorial Alumni Basketball Tournament. The championship game between Plattsburgh High School and St. John's Seton Catholic. 2 days of intense basketball. Both teams had to win twice on Saturday and then needed another win today to earn their spot in the championship game. We'll cover all the details at game time. We are about 10 minutes away at this point. I'm Foxy Gagnon, North Country Cable Network. Happy to be here once again this season for the championship game. The officials, Steve Chris, Pete McMillan, and John Roskovich. And you need 3 for the fast-paced action of this one, but some of these guys may be a little bit tired. The Seton Catholic team just moments ago defeated a very tough Saranac Lake team 67-60 to win the right to the championship game, and earlier today Plattsburgh High School with an 81-61 win over Peru Central School, another outstanding team. So we will be ready for the tip-off, and Tom Lacey, one of the directors, the head honcho of this basketball tournament, presented by the IABO Board of Officials, and Tom Lacey, one of the senior members of the alumni squads. And just prior to game time, we caught Neil Fazette adjusting the basket, trying to slant it a little bit, trying to kind of stack the deck, for a Seton advantage here to start the game, but we caught him with our roving camera. Now the officials are saying, Neil, you got to keep that level there, buddy boy, you can't tilt it. The St. John's Seton team with Brian Dost, class of 96, Keith Kane, class of 99, Craig Bujo, class of 99, Evan Bracey, class of 84, James Bracey, class of 99, Craig King, class of 88, Ben Dodds, 99, Neil Fazette, class of 84. For Plattsburgh High School, Dave Baruti, class of 96, Mike Baruti, class of 98, Mike Guerin, class of 96, Chris McFadden, class of 98, Tom Lacey, class of 77, yes, you heard me correctly, David Navarro, class of 99, and Corey Ryan, class of 2001, and let's not forget their secret weapon, Pat Gerard, class of 98. Gerard thought there was a dart tournament going on, showed up this afternoon, found out it was a basketball game. Baruti and Fazette, and the tip-off comes right at Kelly Miller on camera. Perfect cue, Kelly Miller on camera. Also joining the Irish Knights is Mike Sheen back in town for the holidays. This is Bujo, guarded by Mike Baruti. So while the men in green, the Seton Catholic team, was winning the last contest, the Plattsburgh High School guys were all stretched out on the floor relaxing. They had plenty of time to catch their breath. We took about a 3 from Brian Doss to open the scoring in the championship game. The Seton Catholic team took about a half an hour break before this championship game. Tom Lacey to Mike Baruti inside to Dave Baruti, guarded by Facette. Overshot on that one. Guerin with the rebound and then scooped up by Tom Lacey. Navarro to the hoop, blocked by Facette, but a foul called. Navarro landed hard. I'm Foxy Gagnon, North Country Cable Network, here for this championship game of the 33rd annual Flynn Gallagher basketball tournament, sponsored by IABO Board 43. Navarro drops the first one in to make it a 3-1 game. At the officials table is Rob Lapierre, the official timer, Andy Morelli, the official scorer, and Ron Giambruno, rules interpreter. Kiss off the glass for a nice drive to the hoop by Bujo. (5-2). Seton with the lead. Dave Baruti drives against Facette, and then King moved up for the defense. Foul called. Both Steve Chris and Pete McMillan had the whistle there. It's Evan Bracey, Craig Bujo, Craig King, Brian Dost, and Neil Facette for Seton Catholic. Baruti's foul shot makes it 5-3. And the hardcore basketball fans are in attendance for this one. Navarro rebounds, giving the Hornets another opportunity. Inside to Dave Baruti. Gets it back, double team on him. He dishes to Guerin, and another foul called. So Seton Catholic picking up some early fouls just a few minutes into the contest. And the only Plattsburgh points are from the foul line. If you're asking why is this called the Flynn Gallagher Alumni Tournament, named in honor of John Flynn, Donald Shorty Flynn, and Eddie Gallagher, three great basketball men in the North Country as I grew up. (5-4), and Bracey takes it to the hoop. Lacey called for the foul. So mostly from Plattsburgh High School, the graduates from the 90s, but Tom Lacey got his GED back in '77. Oh, a nice layup by Doss to make this a 7-4 game. The Plattsburgh High School Hornets still looking for their first field goal. Not this time, and a battle on the boards. Out of bounds, it'll be Seton ball. Seton is the defending champions of this tournament, muscled in by Neil Facette. His dad is here. Fuzzy Facette, who coached at St. John's in the good old days. Mike Guerin's jumper, well short, and picked up by Doss. 9-4, Seton with the lead. King to Bujo, inside to Facette. Guerin fouled him. Neil Facette will go to the line. Beekmantown had won the tournament the previous 2 years. Last year, Seton Catholic won it. And the MVP in 98, Bob Nags of Beekmantown. In 99, Jason Trombley of Beekmantown. Last season, none other than the man at the foul line, the MVP last year, Neil Fassett. The proceeds from this alumni basketball tournament support the scholarship given to senior athletes, senior basketball players. 13-10 to play in the first half, and IABO Board 43 selects basketball players each year to receive the awards. Last season's winners, Brad Manor from Northern Adirondack, Steve Yeager from Saranac, and Nick Nagy from Seton. (9-4), Seton with the lead. Plattsburgh High School without a field goal through the first 5 minutes. Garrett lost the handle, tipped out of bounds by King. Oh, some veteran basketball fans are here for certain. Bob Daly, Larry Converse, Katie Castine, Matt Berry, the coach of Beekmantown Central Varsity Boys, Bob Dubé, Jim Baker, Neil Fassett, Fuzzy Fassett, Jack Baruti here. He's calling for a foul on that last play. Norm Ryan is here to watch Corey play. Missed shots. There's been a lot of basketball over the last 2 days. Foul as Mike Baruti attacks the basket. Navarro with 2 foul shots. Mike Guerin and Dave Baruti with 1 apiece. And now Mike Baruti to the foul line for 2. Plattsburgh High School has not won this alumni tournament since back the way we estimated it would be in the early 90s. Maybe around 1990 that Plattsburgh High School last won. Rudy goes 2 for 2. It's 9-6. The Hornets with 6 foul shots. Navarro reaches in, no call. Doss, nice move. Rebound inside Mike Sheen, but that wouldn't go. Baruti a 3-pointer. That won't go. And Doss for Seton Catholic. Up to Craig King. King goes baseline, then has to dish out. Missed shot by Bujo and scampered by Sheen. Foul there. Sheen played basketball at Mount Assumption Institute, MAI, and then went on to college basketball at Albany State. What a great job he did. I had the pleasure of coaching Mike Sheen right there in 7th grade basketball at Plattsburgh Middle School. And I always say this about Sheensy. It was a great basketball team, several great athletes. But to show you how much I knew about basketball at that time, he didn't even start on my team. He went on to break scoring records at Albany State. He was my 6th man. Well, you live and learn. Sheensy hits 1 of 2. 10-6. The Irish Knights, we could call this team in green, against the Hornets. Navarro to the hoop. Tipped around, rebound. Sheen clears the boards to Doss. Sheen did not play in the semifinal game. The boys were glad to see a fresh body show up for the championship game. Ben Dodds into the game, and that was tipped away. Pete McMillan says it's green basketball. Dodds just shy of the 3-point range, hits 1. (12-6). Seton doubling up Plattsburgh High School. Baruti, Threw a dart to Guerin. Back out to Dave Baruti. Shoots on the run. Rebound Guerin. The height advantage to Plattsburgh, despite the presence of Sheen, and Guerin puts in 2. 12-8. Hornets down by 4. This is Keith Kane. Kane, class of 99. Excellent outside shooter and a spark plug for the Seton Knights. Navarro with the steal. He runs the floor, a 2-on-2. Baruti, but Dodds comes up with it. Dodds runs the floor, another 2-on-2. Facette, pretty move to the basket. He has 4, and Seton back up by a 6-pack. Lacey to Baruti. Baruti challenges Sheen, spin move, oh, nice one. Dave Baruti makes a move for the highlight tape. A couple of substitutions coming in for the Hornets. Two of their 3 reserves will enter the game. Now, it's Chris McFadden, number 13, and Corey Ryan, number 10, replacing Garrett and Mike Baruti. So Seton won the opener of the tournament. They had to win 2 yesterday. They defeated NAC 73-60. Facette had 19, Dost had 19, and Bujo had 21. Their second win later in the day was over NAC once again, 58-54. Dost and Bujo with 21 each. 14-10, nice pass inside. Dave Baruti will put it in and a whistle. Dave Baruti with 5. 9:33 remaining first half. 14-10, or now 12, 14-12. Baruti 1 for 2 from the line thus far. On the boards, it's James Bracey to Keith Kane. Kane still on the move, knocked away by Corey Ryan. McFadden down the floor into the hands of Craig King of Seton. Dodds hits the 3. 17-12. 3 from Dave Baruti. Lead back to a deuce. The men in green by 2. Neil Facette takes it to the hoop. Gets his own rebound over McFadden. Missed it. Third shot, yes. Facette dominated the boards there. He has 6, 19-15. Now, Plattsburgh High School had to win twice yesterday to get into the next day's play. They defeated a tough Saranac Lake team by 4, 75-71. Dave Baruti had 29, Mike Baruti had 11. They followed that up with a 93-69 win over Osable Valley. Dave Baruti with 23. Mike Baruti hit some 3-pointers and ended with 21. Look at King work hard. Too hard on the glass. James Bracey inside. Seton got it back and then threw it away. Worked hard to get the rebound. Pat Gerard had 13 in the win over Osable Valley, and Mike Guerin had 13. So the secret weapon was in evidence against Osable Valley, that was for certain. Hornets down by 4. King with the defense. It'll be Seton ball. They're called Seton. Of course, St. John's and MAI graduates can play for that team, and that is the case tonight. Nice move by King. Craig King gets his first points. Seton back up by a 6-pack. Corey Ryan sets the offense. Dave Baruti looked one way, went the other. King with some good defense, but it'll be, and Carl King, the king of the hill, is in attendance right behind Corey Ryan, just settled in on the bleachers, on the end of the bleachers, front row. Carl King, they call him the king of the hill, and no wonder. If anybody ever saw him play basketball, let me tell you, he was a dominant player for Our Lady of Victory Academy. I was a freshman when he was a senior, and his son, Craig King, to the hoop, pretty move. 23-15, and it's now Seton by 8. Lacey, McFadden, and Ryan on the perimeter. Baruti takes it in. He's cut off short. Mike Baruti pops a 3. Rolled the rim, but wouldn't drop. 6:39 to play in the first half. 8-point Seton lead. The Flynn Gallagher Memorial Basketball Tournament, 33rd annual. And one of those men, Ed Gallagher, was a basketball official. He played high school basketball, did Eddie Gallagher, at Rouse's Point High School. Hornets clear. Mike Baruti a 3-on-2. Takes it all the way, slapped away by Evan Bracey. Thought he might have had a good slap, but there's probably fingerprints on the arm of Baruti to prove that he got a piece of the arm. So, getting back to Eddie Gallagher, what a great man he was, and he did play at Rouse's Point High School. And also a member of that team was his good friend Ray Gagnon, my dad, who played for Rouse's Point High School the same year as Ed was there. Mike Baruti hits a couple of foul shots. It's 23-17 with 6:10 to play in the first half. It's a 6-pack lead for Seton. Facette guarded by McFadden. Good call by Pete McMillan. The tip was off the fingertips of Mike Baruti. And then Ed Gallagher went on to do a long career as a basketball official in the North Country, but he also officiated and taught rules. He was a member of the National Rules Committee for over 30 years, and he would go to Puerto Rico, give classes to basketball officials. Dave Baruti with the nice block on the Facette putback attempt. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Kelly Miller on camera. Just a week or so before he heads to another part of the country, warm weather. Facette muscled that one in. It'll be Kelly Miller off camera through the months of January, February, March. When do we get him back? June? May? Around May sometime. He'll call me, he'll say, Fox, I'm back in town. And he'll come back loaded with stories about people he met in airports around the country and all kinds of food he ate. Navarro, 3 by Navarro. And it's 25-20. Finally a break on camera for Kelly Miller. He's got elbow lock. His right elbow is locked in place. Timeout with 4:55 to play. And it's Seton 25, Plattsburgh 20. Balance scoring both sides. 8 for Facette, 5 for Dodds, 5 for Dost, 4 for Craig King. McFadden with the rebound to Lacey. Plattsburgh led by the 8 points of Dave Baruti. Lacey well short on that one. Keith Kane's defense bothered Lacey a little bit. So Dave Baruti with 8, and then it's 5 for David Navarro. They pace the Hornets. James Bracey, nice block by by Mike Baruti. All alone is Bujo for that one. 27-20 Seton. Tom Lacey to David Navarro. Navarro attacks the basket. Bujo with the block. John Roskovich, Pete McMillan, and Steve Chris donating their time to officiate this one. As always in these alumni games, hard work under the basket. I'll tell you what, those big boys under the basket working hard for tip-ins and rebounds. Navarro, three-point range, fires. Hey, Navarro again. A couple of three-pointers by Navarro. And with 4 minutes to play in the first half, it's 27-23 Seton. The defending champs, King it fell. Put the shoulder down and drove to the hoop. He has 6. Seton Catholic, the defending champs of this tournament. Plattsburgh High School trying to win the tournament for the first time in a decade at least. Push called as Navarro went to the basket. Substitutions both sides. 3:41 remaining. First half. We're in the bonus situation. Rob Lapierre is the official official scorer. Andy Morelli, the official timer. I may have said that backwards last time, but got it right this time. Navarro hits it. He's 3 for 3 from the foul line. 29-24. Hornets down by 3. By 4. Good ball movement, but Doss stripped of the ball and then blocked. He was hoping for a foul call. Lacey up the floor. Navarro traveled. We mentioned some of the fans here. Well, also included Denny Kane and his wife, and also Mike Dodds is here. And there's Ben dumping it inside to Neil Fassett. It'll be Seton ball under their own basket. Keith Kane will bring it in. Looks, gets it to King. Three-pointer from the corner, no. Garand all alone for the bound. 3 minutes to play, first half. Hornets down by 4. They go to Garand. A mismatch there with Kane guarding Garand. Nice find by Lacey. And Garand gets the 2. He has 5 points. Dost. Kane. Oh, he found the open man. Kane passing beautifully. And Fassett finishing the play. Fassett with 10 first half points. He's the reigning MVP of this tournament. 4-point lead for Seton. Oh, a foul there in 3-point range. Well, let's see. He's going to say he was shooting, yes or no. I agree with the call. It's a 1-and-1. He wasn't not going to shoot the 3. It wasn't a shooting foul. So a 1-and-1 with 2:20 in the first half. For Mike Baruti, he's 4 for 4 from the line. He always could hit those foul shots. Even when he was like 7. Mike Baruti again. Yes. Nothing but net on all 6 of his foul shots. Hasn't touched the rim once. Seton by 3. 2:15 to play first half. King dribble it out of bounds. I might get a bag of those onion ring things, those Wise onion rings at halftime. You know those things that give you such bad breath? I haven't had a bag of those since back in '92. Baruti to the hoop, stripped of the ball by King. King to Doss to Dodds. Wow, great ball movement. 7 points for Ben Dodds off the bench, and it's back up by 5 for the Irish Knights. Dave Baruti to Lacey. Oh, King wants Lacey. Navarro, all alone Baruti. He has to dribble it baseline. Gets the shot. Mike Baruti, nice move. Mike with those baseline moves. You had to develop that if you had played one-on-one in the backyard with big brother Dave. Kane! Oh my! The spinning top pass. Kane to Facette, and the basket was good. What a pass by Kane. I thought he was throwing it over to me. .110 to play first half. A 4-point Seton lead. The Hornets come close, but they can't catch Lacey with the 2-pointer, but they can't catch Seton. They're back down by 2. 35-33, under a minute to play. Facette almost held by Guerin, and Guerin picks up a foul. So we mentioned Eddie Gallagher, and in the second half we'll talk about the Flynn brothers, John Flynn and Shorty Flynn. This was my high school basketball court that I played on at least 2 years at my high school, maybe 3, I think, sophomore, junior, and senior years. I know I was in the starting lineup on opening night in this gymnasium for the varsity game, and we still have pictures in our family albums of Monsignor Brisson, who was the honorary official, and he threw the opening tip-off. I sure wasn't jumping at center. Facette to the foul line. Facette with 13 first half points. Baruti up the floor to Navarro. 3-point lead. 40 seconds to play first half. Doss tries to get it away from Navarro. Lacey guarded by Sheen. Lacey from way back from the parking lot. Tom Lacey hits one. That was a big 3, and we're tied at 36 with 20 seconds to play. It took the entire 18 minutes for the Hornets to catch Seton Catholic. Kane at 8 seconds. Oh, not this time on the no-look pass. A 2-on-2. Baruti to Baruti. Baruti shot at the buzzer. We have a tied first half. It is fitting. A hard-fought first half, both sides. But the big Lacey 3-pointer tied it for the half. And we'll check the scoring when we're ready to start the second half. And the whistle starts the second half of play. Seton Catholic, the defending champions of this Flynn Gallagher Alumni basketball tournament. Plattsburgh turnover. Seton gets it. Scoring in the first half. King to the hoop. King gets his own rebound and puts it in. For Seton, they were led by Facette's 13, 7 for Dodds, 6, now 8 for King, 5 for Doss, 4 for Bujo, and 1 for Mike Sheen. Navarro spinning move to the hoop, and he comes up with it. He leads the Hornets now with 12. Dave Baruti with 8, Mike Baruti with 8, 5 apiece for Guerin and Lacey. Tied at 38. Another turnover, and we'll see how the legs are doing in this second half by both teams. Their second game today, and they played 2 yesterday. Bracy runs the floor, and then Facette with the ball, following no. Evan Bracy underneath, and gets the 2 points. Seton back up by 2. We want to thank Ron Giambruno for taking good care of the North Country Cable Network crew during halftime. A lot of the fans stayed around during halftime. They're waiting anxiously to see if the Hornets have any other players that we haven't seen. You never know when a team will pull somebody off the bench, some player that they haven't seen play basketball in years. You never know. Neil Facette called for that foul. Seton 40, Plattsburgh High School 38, the championship game of the Flynn Gallagher Memorial Basketball Tournament. We talked about Eddie Gallagher in the first half. We can talk about John Flynn. If I had a second father in this world, that was John Flynn. And I am proud to say I played for John Flynn my 4 years of high school sports in one capacity or another, and he was the athletic director here at Our Lady of Victory, which many may not know was a high school as well. Seton by 2. John Flynn began his coaching career in the North Country as St. John's, and then he moved to OLVA and coached those great teams and really made a name for themselves in the Catholic Basketball League, coaching the likes of Lefty Tessier, Fran Tessier, Gary Andrews, his own son Bill Flynn. I have so many great memories of my dad brought me to every Our Lady of Victory basketball game. Seton by 2. Bujo, no. Batted around, and Lacey scoops it up under the basket. Gets it to Navarro. Navarro with 12 points in the game. Tries the 3. King with the rebound. Navarro said to me at halftime, "You ever see a firecracker?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, watch in the second half, you're going to see a firecracker." King a long one. 3! Craig King, his first 3-pointer of the game. He has 11 now in the contest, and Seton right back up by 5. Hornets need a basket. Lacey tried to muscle it in and was hoping to draw a foul, but no foul call. And Bracy with a good defense. Lacey wanted the foul call. Plattsburgh ball, they're down by 5. Corey Ryan in. One of the more recent graduates in this tournament. Corey played last year for Coach Kevin Doherty at Plattsburgh High School. He ran the offense and he hit the 3-pointers. Lacey, rebound Bujo. Bujo kicks it up the floor. And now Brian Dost. Dost, look at Kane heading for the rebound, but that was off his fingertips. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. Not too much running up the floor right now. During a stop whistle, the boys are taking the advantage to walk and take their time. 43-38, Seton lead. Congratulations to Aibo Board 43. I hope there's a list in the program of all the players. Dave Baruti with the basket. He now is in double figures. 43-40. Mike Baruti with the defense. And the other Flynn to talk about would be Donald Shorty Flynn. the father of Mike Flynn and Casey Flynn, and also a daughter, Carrie. To the hoop is Bujo. Nice one. Nice kiss off the glass, and Bujo gets the points in the second half. He had 4 in the first half, 2 in the second half. Seton back up by 5, and the interception there by Mike Sheen. Kane to Sheen. They were going to try the alley-oop pass. That didn't work. Facette in for King. But Shorty Flynn coached. He was a basketball official. He was the assigner for the basketball officials. He came to Our Lady Victory and he coached football. Lacey's three-point try somehow crawled out. Coach Shorty Flynn worked with Our Lady of Victory. I think it was my junior year coaching football. He also coached basketball my sophomore year. I remember that. And he coached baseball 1 year at least at Our Lady of Victory. Neil Facette at the foul line. And Shorty passed away at a very young age. And the year was 1967. 47-40. Seton by 7 now. Baruti will try to cut into that. They needed the 3 from Dave Baruti. 47-43. The championship game of the Flynn Gallagher Memorial Alumni Basketball Tournament. Foul called on the drive. Both teams are 3-0 in this tournament, and they battle in the championship game. There's an MVP award. We mentioned the MVPs, Bob Naggs, Jason Tremblay, and Neil Facette over the last 3 years. Dodds hit 1 of 2. 48-43. The MVP trophy is named in honor of Dean Benson, another great basketball official in the North Country. Not just a great basketball official, a great man as well. Ryan in and out on the 3. Hornets have been robbed of a couple 3-pointers. They are down by 5. James Bracey goes all the way to the hoop and scores. And Seton by 7. It's looking good right now if they don't run out of gas. Hornets need some outside shooting. They don't get it there, and Baruti with the interception on the pass that went awry. 8:45 to play. Second half, and it's Seton by 7. Corey Ryan pushes it inside. Guerin the follow away off the base of the rim, and Neil Facette controlled the boards there. Does anybody have a list of the officials that are on board 43? Would anybody have a list of all the officials? There it is. Ron Giambruno hands it over, and we'll go down the list. Some great, hard-working officials, and they donate their time for this tournament, and again, to raise money for a scholarship to be given to high school athletes as they head off to college. Kane to Facette. Score remains 50-43. McFadden with the interception. Corey Ryan looks. Corey Ryan gets it to Tom Lacey. Lacey was playing high school basketball before Corey Ryan was born. Chris McFadden to the hoop. 50-45. The Able Board 43 for the 2001-2002 basketball season. Kane tripped up, or that's not Kane, that is Dodds tripped up as he went to the hoop. Chad Alder, Doug Beebe, Scott Beebe, Terry Blake, David Brown, Carl Brown, Steve Chris, Mark DeCoste, George Dyer, he officiated the semifinal game. Ron Giambruno, Andy Gay, Bernie Gwynn, Craig Hilchey, Jamie Labarge, Tom Lacey, he's playing in this one. Dodds hits the foul shot. 51-45, 7:17 to play. $52-45. More of the Able Board 43 officials. Rob Lapierre, Tim O'Leary, Randy Lozier, Pete McMillan, Arnie Miller, Steve Mitchell, Andy Morelli, Steve Parker. Lacey hits the three. Lacey's second three-pointer of the game, and the Hornets down by 4, 7 minutes to play. Evan Bracey, Lacey on defense. James Bracey, Ryan on defense. Dost, that one wouldn't fall, and Dave Baruti controls. Hornets want to set the offense. They are down by 4. Dave Baruti taking his time getting set up. He sets the pick there. Neil Facette careful not to draw a foul. They're going to overload one side. Lacey to Baruti, and Evan Bracey fouled him. Bracey pleads his case. He is a lawyer. He pleads his case there, but to no avail. Steve Chris is the ultimate judge on that one. We mentioned Steve Parker as an official. Mike Roberts, all alone is McFadden. Mike Roberts officiated the semifinal game. Al Rose, John Roskovich, he's working this one. Pete Russum, Jim Sheffer, Paul Spillman, Jim Schutz, and Bob Trombley. Bob's inactive this season. 52-50. Facette looks for the points. No. Tipped away. Navarro has it. Navarro scored the first 2 points of the second half for Plattsburgh. Hasn't scored since. Dishes to Ryan. Passes on the three. Baruti. Baruti takes it. And King there. 52-50. Hornets just can't tie it. They tied it just before halftime, and that's the last tie we've seen. Second half, Seton regained their lead that they had for all of the first half. King drives, dishes to Facette. They'll pick an MVP of this tournament, and right now, I don't know who I'd pick. King, no. They try to tie up Baruti, and Baruti takes a timeout. There are some second-year provisional members of the Able Board 43. That's Lenny Duquette, Brian Marino, and Joe Porcelli. And there is timeout, 5:21 to play in the second half, and it's Seton 52, Plattsburgh 50. Lacey will send it in, and he gets it to Corey Ryan.
His son is working with his, trying out his, he's an official, but not certified yet.
I didn't read those names. Should I read those names too? No? Okay. Having a little chit chat with Ron Giambruno. He's the rules interpreter. If I have a question, I ask Ron.
Actually, our rules interpreter is Peter McMillan.
Oh, then we'll get it right. I thought you must be sitting in for him up here on stage. 52-51. Must be McFadden made that one, made them both to tie it at 52. Must be. We want to thank Tom Lacey and George Dyer. They gave us a call to see if we could be here once again this year for the championship game. And Brian Dost was robbed there. That was halfway in and rattled out. Tied at 52. This game's going to be a barn burner down to the finish. And Dost got the stranglehold on Navarro. The held ball called. So we had held ball. John Roskovich says they were tied up in the possession arrow to Seton. Tied at 52, so throw away the past, whatever we played, past 31 minutes. They don't matter. It's going to be a 4-minute and 37-second basketball game. They could wipe the score right off and put 0-0. Play for the next 4:30, and we'll have a champion. Here we go. Tied at 0. Navarro wanted to work it to the hoop, and another basketball comes onto the floor. A nice patriotic one. Some future basketball stars over in the corner. Here we go. Not in the bonus yet. Kelly Miller on camera, having a whale of a time. 3! Corey Ryan hits a big one. Just as he did in his high school career. During some of those tense moments, Coach Doherty would look over in Corey Ryan's direction and Corey would hit the 3. Plattsburgh by 3, their biggest lead of the game. Dost wanted to tie it. Tipped away. Baruti almost through the wall. And actually, if Baruti hit that wall, it would probably go down. Good thing he landed short of the wall, or else Father Blow would be in here and wanting Baruti to do some repair jobs or something. Oh my, King knocked over 3 people. And a foul called on the Hornets. Wow, King leaned right in for that shot, knocked over. They went down like bowling pins. A lot of basketball. There is an award ceremony at a local business following this game. We can't make it to that. I have to go look at the holiday lights, family tradition. But I understand there'll be some dart playing going on after this game tonight. King hits 1, 55-53. We'll recap the scoring and wrap up the game, but we got the makings of a big finish. 55-53. Corey Ryan moments ago, he had a big 3-pointer. Plattsburgh by 2. Navarro, it'll count. Navarro challenged Dost. And there's the firecracker part. Maybe that's what Navarro went. He exploded like a firecracker. 57-53. Hornets by 4. .38 to play. Hornets by 4, 57-53. Bujo. King, 3-point range. McFadden there. Kane, 3-pointer. No. Rebound. Sheen on the boards. Mike Sheen makes it a 2-point game. 57-55. Oh, we are ready. I'm getting loose. I'm loosening up for the final 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Stretching my legs. I may jump. Navarro. McFadden, 3-point range. No, that would have been huge if McFadden hits a 3. It would have been the first of his career. Kane with a beautiful pass, and McFadden fouled him. And to the line is Bujo while I look for a battery. Okay, we're back. Bujo missed the first, hit the second while we change batteries. And it's 57-56. Plattsburgh by 1. Championship game of the Flynn Gallagher Memorial Basketball Tournament for the alumni of the North Country Schools, CVAC schools. Lacey with a big 2. Lace hasn't slowed down yet. I keep hearing he'll announce his retirement any decade now, but no such thing. Kane through. Everybody gets the 2. Keith Kane, he was determined. Wow, and it's 59-58. Tom Lacey playing competitive basketball for his 5th decade, if you figure that out. Navarro, the firecracker, he was right. Plattsburgh back up by 3, but Lacey started playing competitively in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and now into the 2000s. His 5th decade of playing competitive basketball. K3! Oh my, all of a sudden, both teams hitting them, and we're tied at 61 for the final minute 45. Lacey rolls the rim, and who's there? It's James Bracey, tied at 61 with a minute 36 to play. We've got ourselves a barn burner. The championship game, who could ask for more? Kane, fresh off a 3-pointer that was shot about from the bench. Facette on the inside, too hard off the glass. Baruti battled, and McFadden comes up with a Plattsburgh ball. A minute 10 to play, tied at 61. Navarro all the way in and out. And now it's Seton's turn. And they take a timeout. Seton takes the timeout. 1 minute to play. 59.7 to be exact. We've got timeout. And the score in the championship game of the Flynn Gallagher Memorial Basketball Alumni Tournament, it's Plattsburgh 61, Seton 61. Here we go. It's James Bracey guarded by Corey Ryan. Oh, he lost the handle, got it back. Kane. Bracey. Dost. Yes! 3! Brian Dost, his first points of the second half. 38 seconds, Plattsburgh down by 3. Seton trying to repeat as champions. They tie up Baruti. No, they fouled him. Not in the bonus. Not in the bonus. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. They are down by 3. 30.5 seconds. 64-61. Lacey! Out, unbelievable! Missed shot. Lacey's was as good as in. It was as good as in. And now, with 20 seconds, Seton can sit on it. Lacey wants the ball. McFadden fouls Doss, one of the best foul shooters. Oh my. Lacey had that 3. He's thinking about it in his head right now. He's thinking about it. That ball was all but in. He's going to watch the replay about 25 times on his TV set when he gets this tape. 13 seconds, 12 seconds. Plattsburgh has to foul. And now they'll send James Bracey to the foul line. Plattsburgh down by 3. The 3-pointer by Brian Dost, the difference. 64-61. James Bracey, a key foul shot. Gets it. Oh, gets it. That was huge. 10.1 seconds and Seton by 4. No, Seton by 5. They are looking good. 10 seconds. Up the floor, almost into our hands. I'd go get it, but I don't know how to get back there. I can't get that ball. Pete McMillan's going to try to get the ball back there. Don't ask me how. Oh, he dug it out. He finds contact lenses. He finds missing basketballs. I'm telling you, Pete McMillan, the stories, when he retires, the stories we're going to have to tell about him. And that'll be it. Plattsburgh High School gave it a good go, but the Seton Catholic and St. John's and Mount Assumption boys win this one. The championship game came down to a good one, and it finished 66-61. To quickly recap the scoring, Dave Baruti finished with 13. Mike Baruti with 8. Mike Guerin with 5. Chris McFadden with 6. Tom Lacey with 10. And David Navarro with 16. And Corey Ryan with 3. For the winning St. John's Seton Catholic MAI team, Brian Doss finished with 8. Keith Kane with 5. Craig Bujo with 6. 2 for Evan Bracey. 4 for James Bracey. Craig King finished with 12. Ben Dodds with 10. Neil Fassett with 15. And Mike Sheen with 3. A great team effort, and congratulations once again. They repeat as the champs. They are the St. John's MAI Seton Catholic Irish Mountie Knights. Thanks to Kelly Miller for his work on camera. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying final score, Seton Catholic 66, Plattsburgh High School 61. Good night, North!